team, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Train Fever, and I wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine. This is the Dronfield to Dinnington passenger service. Look at it. It's so unassuming. It has been merrily just transporting 41 passengers who are, let's face it, not in a rush, because if they were in a rush, they'd probably walk. This is the oldest train service I have currently running. And I'm going to give you a moment, just guess between yourselves exactly how old this train service is. Thought of an answer? Okay, you're wrong. The answer is in fact 85 years this train has been running. Now, for my money, that makes it a little overdue, the part, which I should have upgraded it. Yes, so this needs a replacement. And what makes this even more baffling, I mean, well, it's doing 100 kilometers an hour, which is, you know, it's not the fastest thing we have, but it's not that slow. It's pretty slow. We're going to follow it along anyway, and I'll set it to auto replace in the very near future. But this train is costing me, well, how much are you costing me to run? You're costing me $1 million a year because its running costs are extreme, to say the least. Now here we are. I mean, look at us go here, full tilt down this. Well, it's somewhat a downhill section, and the route it's running is actually pretty lengthy. Dinnington up here, round over to Dronfield. Now Dronfield is our other hub station. We've only managed to get 2 up, but you know, it's the other one that could be even loosely considered to be a hub, and yeah, it's you know, it's ticking along. You know, it's made services, and we've got people waiting. You know, 35 passengers waiting for this old timer to turn up. But yeah, high time to put something a little more to put my teeth in, a little more modern on this line. So here's the train, and this neatly shows where we got to in the last episode, where I was basically killing off services that were losing me money. And this one is losing me money, so let's put something a little bit more modern. Why is that set to replace to some godforsaken flaming diesel monstrosity? Let's get something ultra modern on here. Now we've got the dual stocks, which can carry 142. We'll do 200 kilometers an hour. Nice. Runs 1.5 million a year. Costs 2.5 million. 1.32. Quite a lot slower. I think we're going to stick the dual stocks on here. Now the dual stocks is an expensive beast to run, so I need this this passenger service. I'm going to gamble on it being the right way to go. This needs to start turning a profit in no time flat. Now it can run at double the speed, so it will change from this 9-minute turnaround it has now to a 4.5 theoretically. And I mean, well, what's it been making? It's been making, let's say, charitably $1 million a year, which is 500,000 short of its running cost, but it could potentially do twice as many. So it could be a profitable service. Could be. Just depends if the demand picks up accordingly. Anyway, as you can see, we are now well and truly in a profitable state. Let's just do all of this, and because we're going to watch this guy on his maiden flight under new operating standards. As you can see, for the last couple of years we have been profitable. Much of that profit is despite the fact that I've been buying new vehicles, because I've got a lot of stuff that needs upgrading. Here you go, pulls in. Have I got cash in the bank to replace? I think I do. Here we go. Oh yeah, I reskinned this one as well. So yes, there's the failure rail motif kicking around at the bottom. All right, let's see what we can make of this. So it's only carrying 47 passengers. Everybody's got 3 seats to themselves, but there's not an awful lot of competition for a hub station. There's not a massive amount of activity happening here just now. I'm sure there will be, given time, but I've spotted another couple of things. I've basically spent the last 30 years of game time concentrating on this one hub station, and so the what is it, Dukinfield hub station, and I kind of taken my eye off the ball everywhere else on the network. I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not. Look at this, 200 kilometers an hour. We're having to slow down to 100 to get round this corner. This area needs reorganizing. If you're going to have a 200 kilometer an hour service, make sure it can... slowing down to 60? Good God. Okay, well that won't do, will it? I mean, we're going to have to reorganize that. I've got a little bit of cash. I could take out a maximum loan and reorganize that now, I suppose. I mean, if I'm going to invest in the train, it would be sensible to get it performing as efficiently as possible. Let's see if it has dropped to 4.5 minutes. Maybe after it's completed its first route it will do. That said, you know, here we go. I mean, let's see if we actually get anywhere close to our top speed. 185, 190, and obviously it can do the same speed going in the opposite direction as well. Here we go, pushing it. 196. This looks quite promising. It looks like it might actually get up to 200. 198. We're slowing down again for reasons best known. Well, we're approaching the station. Maybe we're slowing down for the station approach. Either way, that corner is costing me money, and as such, I really ought to fix it. I would have said you probably could have slowed down a little more aggressively than this, but you know, you know what you're doing. I hope. Anyway, it's nice to have, you know, the latest and greatest passenger train actually in operation on the network. That's no bad thing. Anyway, we're pulling in. How many have we got waiting? No, that's not really what I asked. 52 waiting. So you know, there's more passengers kind of eagerly, anxiously awaiting the ride on this new marvelous beast of a train. There we go. Come on. What do we win? 400,000. That's it's not completely unrealistic. Not really. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully that will make a dent in the profitability of that line anyway. But let's have a look. What else have we got to replace? Train-wise, train 16, Redford, Ilford, Red Hill to Ilford. And I suspect, yeah, this is another one that's costing me money. So maybe before I upgrade this area... And where's the problem? The problem is this corner. So how would I get around doing that? It's this tight bend here in order to merge onto the main line. So it means a new bridge, for starters. I'm just going to let that run for the moment. Let's get the upgrade, the upgrades finished before we press on to more exciting. Look, stop being obsessively clicking on your profit graph. Doodah, man. I'm sure that makes sense somewhere along the lines. Let's have a go anyway. Oh, here we are. Right, so we've now got 3 trucks running on Banbury lumber goods, and they're all stuck in traffic, are we? One is definitely stuck in traffic. Let's go and see what the traffic's going on here. So here we go. Where are you trying to get to? What are you doing in Newton? You're going to Banbury. Show me the Banbury route. Why are you pulling out? Oh no, I see. Okay, it just didn't show up. So Banbury transfer over here. And then you're heading where? Out through this main route. Okay. Why don't you use this side route? It's better. It's faster. There's no traffic on it. I might have to pull a bit of a redesign here, and you know, this is stuff that's going to be increasingly likely as well, and not to mention the fact that this road desperately needs upgrading. So let's desperately upgrade. No, is that? I don't want street. I want country roads down here, and we're gonna make this a fair rip along while we're at it. And I'll show you why. You know, we've got a candidate here to give an illustration of why this is a good thing. This particular truck is currently doing 40 kilometers an hour. You might go, well, he's going uphill. Yes, but he's empty. He shouldn't have to be doing 40 when he's going uphill. As soon as he's going to hit this bit of high impact tarmacadon, we're picking up speed, right? Double his speed already. I think they top out at 100, these guys. There we go. So already that's going to have an impact on goods delivery, which will have an impact on the goods depot that it's running to, so the supplier, which will have a knock-on effect on demand. And that's this game inside out. When talking about goods, it's all about demand, and it's about demand knocking into more demand and making things want to get stuff done. Anyway, I'm going to catch him back up again. See if he's got the sense to take a different route. I'm not feeling like he's going to have the sense to take a different route, so I'm going to build a bypass. And if it comes down to it, if they go, yeah, well, your bypass is all right, I suppose, and but they still don't decide to take it, then I shall be more drastic still, and I shall get into some removal of existing roads. Yeah, here we go. Now, this is maybe an expensive solution to a problem. Anyway, I could have done a slightly more elegant corner there, but that's it. There we go. It's figured it out. All right, and that's, you know, that's going to be beneficial in many ways, because it's not only is it going to make those trucks faster, it's also going to ease that queue that they were stuck in before. So let's, you know, we'll just let that run. You know, while I've got a bit of money, and you know, and we're thinking about increasing efficiency, let's increase efficiency, shall we? Right, where are we? Banbury Lumber Goods. Now that's done. Okay, so we can turn that off. Banbury Internal. Is that is this a Volvo that we're running here? It's only 11 years old. I think that's one of the new ones, in which case we'll leave it be. Bexhill Coal. Okay, chaps, you can get up to speed with the latest thing. And it's coal, so it's running coal. That's fine. Right, good. When you're ready, switch over. Bexhill Combo. We'll do the same on that at the same time. Kill that off. And we'll set that to this, which is also... So Bexhill Combo is because there are... The depot these guys pick up from not only supplies coal, it also supplies iron ore. And I've seen it working. This is, you know, this is not something that I've imagined. This is, of course, back from the heady days where you could, you know, have one truck carrying both cargo types. But no, that was too easy. They had to increase some means of making it more complicated for you to make a profit, and that's what screwed me up quite significantly. Let's get this is Bexhill Steel, isn't it? Right. So you need goods. Okay. Nothing like introducing an update to a game that actually makes it so it breaks all your existing stuff, but not in an immediately noticeable fashion. Okay, right, that'll do for upgrades for now. However, I can't help but notice that you guys are also running on dirt track. So I shall bring out my majestic road upgrade tool once more. Here you go, friends. Drive on the latest thing. It's smooth. Your tyres will last a significant amount longer. I actually ought to follow one of these to make sure that I'm not missing anything. See, you missed a bit there. Let's do the tunnel. Look at this. You know, clearly I've gone to work and replaced all of this stuff. And sometimes the game, you know, it will automatically upgrade road for you. In fact, given that we're in 2019, one would have imagined that any road in common usage will have been upgraded by now, but clearly that's not the case. How fast are you going there, friend? Well, you're slowing down, so that's... And you're another old-timey kind of truck, so there's not a lot we can tell from that. But, you know, I'm going to upgrade everything to be nice and quick, if at all possible. That one's not in operation. That's okay. See, look, this one's not in operation, and the game has upgraded the road. I'm at a loss. Where are we? You're running Bexhill Combo, so let's have a look at that route, which should highlight in this rather pleasant pink. Oh, that's a nice short route, that one. Okay, fine. How are we? What am I? There are there. This. Oh, that's kicking out a nice amount of iron. That one. Good. Okay, right. So yes, here I am, 3/4 of the way through today, and you know, I haven't really explained what my policy for today's episode was. So this is, you know, the recovery. If we were to put some sort of glamorous title on things, we're still working on recovery, and now that I've got a bit of cash, I'm going to try and recover enough to. Right, let's get rid of that. I know it's going to fox the traffic for a moment, but I'll have them happy-go-lucky in a moment. You know, one of those onto there. Everybody's happy. Get back to work. There we go. That seems to have done the job. No excuse for shirking. We're going to give them maximum speed capacity, and you know, again, this helps with profitability. It stops queues forming quite so badly, and all being well, it will lead to a situation where I've got some cash, because my main objective right now, let's assume that I've managed to get back into full profitability, which is clearly a thing that is happening, because you know, I've recovered from my period of doing things incredibly badly. My goal is to replicate the 8-track station in several places, and in fact, the more places I can do it, the better. We're a good length into this particular series, and you know, normally around this point I'm thinking, well, will it ever end? You know, I'm up to 2020 now, and I'm just getting started. I think that you know, now is the point where we can start to do something exciting, where I'm going to try and get as much rail traffic running as possible, and one of the main parts of that is going to be goods rail. You know, having cracked the code, goods rail is now an important part of the mix. Right, where are you off to, sunshine? You're heading down there. Okay, cool. Let's go back to our upgrade process. These lot are all upgraded now. Thank you very much. So the reason I'm turning them off from upgrading again is I want to get everybody up to date before I start mucking around with setting them to auto upgrade in the future, because running old time stuff, so historic vehicles, I guess you could call them, running that is, you know, it's not helping me make buckets of cash, and I should be making buckets of cash. You can so easily lose the ability to do so by taking your eye off the ball for a little while. Anyway, let's get that on. Borum internal. I think we can do a little better than this bus. Let's give them a bendy bus, because bendy is trendy. All right, Borum oil goods. Let's put you out of business as well. Get something nice in here. Goods, yes, make it happen. So I don't want to do it all too fast, because you know, the important thing is that it's sustainable. So as I'm sure you can recall, I mean, if you think back to the heady days of running with horse and cart, and the first introduction of the first introduction of powered vehicles would always lead to a situation where you had trucks queuing up behind horses, and that's just not helpful. So what I'm trying to do right now is make sure that each route is fully upgraded, so that we don't build queues artificially, because that's helpful to nobody. There we go. And then we'll look at a bit more expansion. So we're still in a replacement phase, and we will be next time around as well, because it needs doing. Oh, okay. You're gonna put up a fight, are you? There you go. Go on. There's space. You know there's space. Maybe there isn't space. All right. You can have medium. I'm sure medium will be fun. Look at this. There's another one. Upgrades everywhere. And this is what happens when you get distracted. You know, where you settle into doing one area and you go, look, see what I have built here. Look at this masterpiece of engineering, and then you find that while that one bit may be a masterpiece of engineering, the rest of your network is complete garbage. Right, so I'm going to crack on. Join me very soon for more of the same. We're almost there. Let's bring up the profit table here. See, we've got construction costs rolling back in again. I've spent a couple of million in the last couple of years. We've got new vehicles rolling in. I spent 4.3 million on new vehicles last year. So that's pretty impressive. And a million and a bit this year as well. And it's still, if I don't go crazy spending this year, we'll break some more profit this year. And there's still a bunch of services where I've got track laid and stations set up and the rest of it that I haven't finished with yet. I haven't got anything running, and that's where we're going next. So, let's start where we came in, shall we? Let's start where we came in. That's a terrific piece of prose, that is. Let's finish where we came in. Here we go. So the new timer, the Dronfield to Dinnington Express. Tearing along with 79 passengers on board. Long may it, don't just unsnap. Look, I'm trying to do something pseudo-dramatic as we finish off. Thanks very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Please chuck us a like. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll catch up with you in the very near future, where we will be introducing much more of a train kind of fashion. If you were expecting something else, you've come to the wrong place. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon. Cheerio.
This